before going on to some sums, let us see some of the important tips that are needed to solve the sums. You know all this stuff, but again I am repeating this just for revision's sake. Okay, first take a look at the left hand corner. First you must be well versed with directions, right? So we have 8 directions. This is north, this is south, this is east, west. So this will be northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. Okay, this is northwest. So you should know the directions always. Whenever in exam, whenever there is direction sense test or even seating arrangement, always take this as north, and accordingly you can draw the rest of the directions, right? Now after this, another important concept. Now you know this is clock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is how the clock proceeds. So this is the clockwise direction. Okay, and the opposite would be anti-clockwise direction, right? So remember, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise is always from this side, anti-clockwise is always from this side. You may be facing any direction, it doesn't matter at all. Clockwise and anti-clockwise will remain same, because clock will move always in this direction. Okay, now apart from this, next important concept would be, now whenever there are people sitting around a table or meeting in a circle or a rectangle or something like that, they may be facing inside, okay, or they may be facing outside. So again it is a very important concept, because we have to pay attention whether the people are facing outside or they are facing inside. Why? Because directions or sense of direction, sense of right and left changes with this. So make sure whether the people are facing inside or outside. Okay, but please remember that even if they are facing inside or outside, clockwise and anti-clockwise will never change, it will remain the same. Okay, let's move on to the next concept, right? The concept of right and left. Say you are standing over here, or I am standing over here. This is me and this is the north direction. Okay, I am facing north. This is my right side, this is my left side. Now this is me and I am now facing south. What will be my right side? It will not be this, okay, it will be opposite. This will be my right side, because now I am facing south. For you who are seeing this video, for you the right side would be this, but this is my left, okay, because I am facing south. Same way for east and west, it would be exactly opposite, right? So remember, right and left changes in due to in which direction you are facing. If you are facing north, it is normal right and left, and if you are facing south, it is opposite. Also, what you need to remember, whenever we are facing inside or outside, right and left will change. Accordingly, you have to take care. Okay, we will see it in the sums also, what exactly happens when for right and left, whenever some people are facing inside and some people are facing outside. Okay, let's move on to the next tip, right? Now next tip is nothing but the type of sums that may be asked. In seating arrangement, people might be arranged in a single row, okay, or they may be arranged into parallel rows facing each other, or away from each other, facing each other, or facing away from each other, or they may be adjusted into columns, right, 2 or 3 columns. They may be sitting around a square table or a rectangular table or a circular table, facing inside or facing outside. Whatever may be the case, we are going to see all these examples of all these types. Okay, so how to solve these sums? Very easy. There is a very small there are very small easy steps. First is count the number of people. Okay, count the number of people in the numerical. Second is draw a framework. Draw a frame of the seating arrangement. If they are sitting in a circular table, draw a circle and arrange these people. How many people are there? Whatever you count, arrange them. Okay. Third is solve sentence by sentence and then merge them. Merge all the observations, merge all the sentences, so that you get a uniform frame, a good seating arrangement, and then you can answer any given question. It is always, see, the type of questions which are asked is, they'll give you some statements, based on that you have to draw a diagram, and then there will be question 1, question 2, like this 4 to 5 questions would be there. It is much better to spend around about 40 to 45 minutes on the diagram, right? Deciphering the sentences and drawing the diagram, because these will be easy pickings if you get the diagram correct. This would be like these 5 questions you can solve in hardly like say 15 seconds total all 5 questions in just 15 seconds. So you will be scoring heavily in this topic. So don't get the diagram wrong, right? We'll see how to draw correct diagram, how to decipher the sentences and come to the correct conclusion. So now let's move on to question number 1. A, B, C, D, E, F and G are 7 friends sitting in a single row facing north. D is to the immediate right of C, E and A are neighbors of F, B is to the immediate left of C and on second place from leftmost end. A is at the rightmost end. Now what have they given? There are 7 friends sitting in a single row facing north. This is our north, okay? Count the number of people. How many people are there? 7 friends, okay? They are sitting. Draw the frame of seating arrangement. They are sitting in a single row facing north, okay? So let us draw 7 places over here, 4, 5, 6 and 7, okay? Now this is the seating arrangement, sitting in a single row facing north, okay? So this is the seating arrangement that has been done, counting has been done. Now read sentence by sentence and merge all the sentences. What does that mean? First sentence, D is to the immediate right of C. Now we cannot place D and C anywhere, okay? So let's move to next sentence. E and A are neighbors of F. Again, so it can be like this. E and A are neighbors of F, or this is also possible, okay? Because here also E and A are neighbors of F, but we cannot decide which one, this or this, and again we cannot place it over here, so keep it like that only. Third sentence, B is to the immediate left of C. We cannot mark it immediately. And on second place from leftmost end. This is left, this is right. So leftmost end. What is the leftmost end? This one. Second place from leftmost end. First place, second place. This is the second place from leftmost end. B will come over here. Also now B is to the immediate left of C. So C will be here, immediate left. This is immediate left of C, okay? Now A is to at the rightmost end. This is the rightmost end. A will come over here. Now A, F, E. This is not possible. Why? Because after A there is nothing. A is at the rightmost end. So after A, F cannot come. This is not possible. So only this is possible. You have E, F, okay, E, F and A. Again go to the first sentence. This is done. This is done. Go to the first. Again this is also done. E and A. Go to the first sentence. D is to the immediate right of C. D is to the immediate right of C, okay? We wrote over here. This is immediate right of C. So what is remaining? A, B, C, D, E, F and G, right? So write G over here. Our sitting arrangement is done. Let us solve the questions. Who is between C and E? Between C and E, D is there. Answer is D. Who are neighbors of G? Neighbors of G. Who are the neighbors of G? There is no one, right? So G would be, neighbors of G would be only one. Generally we have 2 neighbors here and here, but G is to the leftmost corner. So only one neighbor is there, that is B. So the answer for this is B, right? What is the position of E? Okay, if we start counting from left hand side, right? If we start counting from left hand side, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth position, or depending on options, you can get an option or as fifth from left, okay, or you can get an option as third from right, okay, third from right. Depending on that, you can decide. This is first, second and third from right, or there can be options like between D and F, between C and E, between B and C. So E lies between D and F. So there are 4 ways in which we can express the position of E: between D and F, third from right and fifth from left. See how easy it is. Very easy once you get the diagram right. So spend 45 seconds to 60 seconds, that is 1 minute, to draw the diagram correctly, and these will be this you will be able to solve in hardly 5 seconds. So you will immediately get 3 marks, or say 2 marks are there for the question, then you get 6 marks very easily. Moving to next question. Question number 2. Consider the following scenario. 5 boys, Ashwin, Dipesh, Ishan, Chetan and Bipin, and 5 girls, Parul, Komal, Radha, Savita and Vimla, sit in 2 rows facing towards each other. All the boys are in one row and all the girls are in other row. Ishan, who is to the immediate right of Bipin and opposite to Parul, is not at any end. Radha, who is immediate to the right of Komal and opposite to Chetan, is at one of the ends. Ashwin is opposite to Komal, who is the third to the right of Savita. Dipesh and Vimla are not opposite each other. Now over here the sum looks very big, but it is actually very easy. You just have to be careful and go step by step. Okay. Now over here, first what we'll do is we'll see the sum, and based on the sentences given we'll have a diagram ready, right? So that is nothing but a seating frame. We'll have it ready, and based on the seating frame we'll solve the questions. So let us develop the seating frame. What we have to do first, count the number of people. So there are 5 boys, 5 girls. Draw the seating arrangement. So there are 2 rows facing each other. Okay, this is like this. 4, 5, again 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All boys are in one row. So let us assume all the boys sit over here facing this downward and all the girls sit over here facing upwards. Now you might think that why I am always drawing these arrows upwards and downwards. You will realize why is it necessary. Okay. First sentence we have developed our sitting arrangement. Second sentence, Ishan, who is to the immediate right of Bipin and opposite to Parul, is not at any end. So what we write, Ishan and Parul are opposite to each other and Ishan is to the immediate right of Bipin. So we will write like this, Bipin and then Ishan. But this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because what happens is that Ishan opposite to Parul, this is correct. But boys are facing in the downward direction, that is south. So right of Bipin, immediate right of Bipin will be this. So if Bipin is over here, then only immediate right of Bipin, Ishan will come. This will be immediate right of Bipin because Bipin is facing southward, Ishan is facing southward. So remember this, many people make a mistake over there here, then they don't get the correct diagram or they are not able to complete the diagram properly and they get confused over here and waste a lot of time. So always remember where the person is facing. Depending on that, decide the right and left. So Bipin is facing towards south. Okay, this is our north. So Bipin is facing downwards. So immediate right of Bipin is Ishan. What have they given? Ishan is not at any end. Okay, so Ishan cannot be over here and Ishan cannot be over here. So Ishan can be any of the 3 places. We do not know where, so let us keep it that way. What is the next sentence? Radha, who is immediate to the right of Komal. Now girls are facing normal, upwards. So we will have Radha and Radha is to the immediate right of Komal. Okay, and opposite to Chetan. So Radha is opposite to Chetan. Radha and Chetan are opposite to each other. Radha is at one of the ends. Take a look over here. Now if Radha is in this end, then Komal cannot be further over here on the left hand side of Radha. Why? Because Radha is at one of the ends, so no one is over here. So Radha has to be over here. Then only Radha can be at the immediate right of Komal. Okay, understood? So if Radha is here, Chetan will be here. We have Chetan over here. Okay, so we have 3 fixed positions. Next sentence is Ashwin is opposite to Komal. Again we have a fixed position. Ashwin is opposite to Komal, who is third to the right of Savita. So Komal is third to the right of Savita. So there is Savita and third to the right of Savita. If this is third to the right of Savita, this is second to the right of Savita, this is first to the right of Savita and this is Savita. So this is first to right of Savita, second to right of Savita and third to right of Savita, right? So now what do we have? Dipesh and Vimla are not opposite to each other, right? Now we do not know where Dipesh is and where Vimla is, but we already have this relation. How to fit this relation over here? Say if Bipin comes over here, okay, Ishan comes over here, but Ishan cannot be at the corner, so Bipin cannot be over here, so Bipin has to be here, correct? So Bipin has to be here, so Ishan will come over here. Opposite to Ishan is Parul and Vimla is another girl, so Vimla will come over here, Dipesh will come over here. So this is our seating arrangement. Let's use this to solve the sums or the questions asked on it. Okay, now this is our seating arrangement, a good quality diagram, so it would be easier for you to see and understand. Okay, so we have already derived the seating arrangement. This is just a better version of it, drawn nicely and colorful and everything. So let us solve the questions. First question is, who is in the middle of the row of boys? Bipin. So answer is Bipin. Okay, who is immediately to the right of Parul? Immediately to the right of Parul is Vimla. Okay, so answer is Vimla. Who is opposite to Dipesh? Savita. Right? Answer is Savita. How many boys are there between Ashwin and Bipin? This is Ashwin, this is Bipin. 0 boys are there between Ashwin and Bipin. See, once you have the diagram correctly, so easy, in hardly 10 seconds you can mark all the answers. It becomes extremely easy to solve the questions, and this becomes a cakewalk. You can score a lot over here. Okay, so keep practicing. Let's move on to the next sum. Question number 3. 6 boys, Ramesh, Suresh, Dipesh, Rupesh, Paresh, Kamlesh, and 6 girls, Seema, Geeta, Rita, Meena, Komal, Radha, are standing in rows such that each girl faces one boy, not necessarily in the same order. Seema is to the immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh, the boy at extreme right. Only Suresh is between Rupesh and Paresh. Kamlesh is to the immediate left of Ramesh and to the immediate right of Dipesh. Rita is facing Ramesh and is to the immediate left of Geeta. Radha is third to the left of Meena. Again, this looks very huge sum, but it is pretty easy. What do you want? First, count. How many? 6 boys, 6 girls. Now, let's have a seating frame. They are standing in rows, okay? And such that each girl is facing one boy, not necessarily in the same order. That means it is not necessary that Ramesh is facing Seema and Suresh is facing Geeta and all that stuff. It might be Ramesh might face any of the girls. They have just given the names. It is not the exact order, right? So, because if exact order would have been, then there would have been no need to calculate everything, and so you can directly draw and get the answer, right? So, let us have, say, this is nothing but the standing frame. Okay, let's now take boys over here. There are 6 boys, right? There are 6 boys and there are 6 girls facing them. So, each girl faces one boy. So, these are boys, these are girls, right? Boys are facing this way, girls are facing this way. What have they given? Seema is to the immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh, the boy at extreme right. That means Paresh is the boy at the extreme right. This is north, correct? This is north. So, this will be extreme right, this will be extreme left. So, Paresh is over here. Now, in exam, please remember that do not write the entire name. You will be wasting your 2 to 3 minutes only writing the names. Use short forms, okay? So, P will be for Paresh. When it comes to boys, P will be for Paresh. So, Paresh is at the right hand corner and Seema is immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh, okay? Now, immediate right of the girl. Now, what happens over here is that this is the girl who is facing Paresh and immediate right of the girl. What does that mean? Can Seema come over here? No, absolutely not. Seema cannot come over here. That means that either the question is wrong or we are wrong, but the chances of the question being wrong is very less. So, that means that we are wrong. So, how to correct it? What exactly, where are we getting wrong? We are getting wrong that we assumed that boys are facing downwards, okay? There may be the chance that boys may be facing upwards and girls may be facing downwards. So, now let us change the orientation. Girls will be facing downwards, boys will be facing upwards, okay? Now, this is right, this is left, okay? They have given Paresh is the boy at extreme right. So, Paresh will come over here. The girl who is facing Paresh comes over here and that girl is to the immediate right of Seema. So, Seema comes over here, right? So, immediate right of Seema is the girl who is facing Paresh. Now, we have the orientation right. See how even we cannot always assume that boys will be facing downwards and girls will be facing upwards and all that stuff, or girls are here and boys are here. We have to make sure that everything lines up, right? So, this sentence made it clear where each one of them is facing, right? Seema is to the immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh. So immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh. So when we are facing towards south, we know that our right hand side becomes exactly opposite, that is this. So the Seema is to the immediate right of the girl who is facing Paresh, right? So this sentence gets satisfied. Move on to next sentence. Only Suresh is between Rupesh and Paresh. So Suresh is between Rupesh and Paresh. Paresh is over here. So Rupesh will be over here. Let us have Rupesh as RU and Suresh will be SU. Okay, Suresh is between Rupesh and Paresh. Kamlesh is to the immediate left of Ramesh. Now we do not know where Ramesh is. Ramesh can be here or here also, right? And Kamlesh is to the immediate left of Ramesh and to immediate right of Dipesh. So there is Dipesh, there is Kamlesh and there is Ramesh. Only 3 places left. Put these 3 over here. This is Dipesh, this is Kamlesh and this is Ramesh. Okay. So you got the arrangement for boys. Rita is facing Ramesh. Rita is facing Ramesh and is to the immediate left of Geeta. Now many people will, what mistake they'll make in a hurry, that okay, now this is getting solved, I'll get marks. So they'll in a hurry, the mistake they'll make is they'll write Geeta over here and say immediate left of Geeta is Rita. But no, Rita, Geeta, all the girls are facing downwards over here towards south. That means left of Geeta. So Geeta has to come over here, then only left of Geeta is Rita, because this side is right of Geeta. Correct? It is exactly opposite to what we have right now, because we are facing towards north. So only we have right over here and left over here. But when we are facing south, the left comes over here, right comes over here. So Geeta comes over here. Okay. Rita is facing Ramesh and is to the immediate left of Geeta. Radha is third to the left of Meena. Okay. 2 places are remaining. We have to arrange Radha and Meena. Radha is to the left of Meena, third to the left of Meena. So Radha is facing downwards, Meena will also be faced downwards. So Meena should come here or here. This is right of Meena because Meena is facing south. So this cannot be here. Radha is to the left of Meena. So Meena has to be here, Radha has to be here. So Meena comes over here, Radha comes over here, and we got the seating arrangement. Okay. Very easy. This is the seating arrangement. Let us solve the questions based on this. Again, we have our seating arrangement in a nicely drawn diagram, better than my drawing and all that stuff. Okay, so let's use this nice diagram to solve the questions. Question number 1 or question A. Which girl is facing Rupesh? Radha. Answer is Radha, right? Now, which pair of a girl and a boy is at one of the extreme ends? Okay, Komal, Dipesh. Komal is over here, Dipesh is over here. So is it a pair at extreme ends? Yes and no, because generally what happens is that we see one of the pair of a girl and boy at extreme ends. So we try to find Meena Dipesh and Komal Paresh. But please see that even Komal and Dipesh both are a pair of girl and boy and they are at extreme ends. So this is one possibility, but let us see if Meena Dipesh or Komal Paresh possibility is available or not. Next is Meena and Kamlesh. Kamlesh comes at the center, so this is not the option. Seema and Suresh. Suresh is again at the between, so this is not the option. Geeta, Paresh. Okay, Geeta comes in between, so Geeta and Paresh cannot, so this is the answer. Okay, now if there is a fifth option called none of these, please do not mark none of these. It is Komal and Dipesh because both are at extreme ends, as well as both are nothing but a pair of girl and a boy. Question C. Who is standing to the immediate left of Rupesh? Rupesh immediate left is Ramesh, so Ramesh is the answer. Let's move to the next question related to this diagram. Which option is not the same as other 3 options? Okay, this can be tricky. Let's see. Ramesh and Radha. Ramesh and Radha. Okay, it is like this. Then it is like this. Now Suresh and Komal. This is Suresh, this is Komal. Again, this is like this. Dipesh and Geeta. Dipesh and Geeta. It is like this. Okay, we see a pattern, right? Rupesh and Radha. Rupesh and Radha. It is like this. So Rupesh and Radha is the answer. It is not like these 3 pairs. Okay, who are immediate neighbors of the one who is facing Rita? One who is facing Rita. Who is facing Rita? Ramesh. Ramesh is facing Rita. Who are immediate neighbors of Ramesh? Kamlesh and Rupesh. This is the answer. Kamlesh and Rupesh. See how easy it is with the diagram. Let's move on to the next sum. Question number 4. 6 friends Preeti, Rupesh, Ashwini, Dipen, Rishi and Sachin are sitting in a circle facing inwards. Preeti and Ashwini are exactly opposite to each other. Sachin is in between Preeti and Dipen. Dipen is immediately to the left of Ashwini. Rishi is not exactly opposite to Dipen. Okay, over here again, let's count the number of friends. This is 6 friends. What is the frame? Let's draw the frame of seating arrangement. They are sitting in a circle, okay, and they are facing inwards. So let us draw 6 places over here facing inwards, okay, this and this. Okay, now let's see what is the first thing. Let us see the sentences and make the seating arrangement. Preeti and Ashwini are exactly opposite to each other. Now in circular arrangement, the best thing is that there is a chance, if you don't know where to start, you can start at any point, right? So I am assuming over here Preeti, okay, and Ashwini, okay, P and A are exactly opposite to each other. In whenever there are 6 people sitting equally in a circle, this becomes like, yeah, opposite to each other. So Preeti and Ashwini are opposite to each other. Sachin is between Preeti and Dipen. Now say if Dipen is over here, then Sachin will come over here, or if Dipen is over here, Sachin will come over here. So we do not know exactly. So keep it as it is for the moment. Now Dipen is immediately to the left of Ashwini. This is Ashwini. Ashwini is facing inside. Okay. For Ashwini, if Ashwini is facing inside, right hand side is this. Left hand side is this. Right. This is left. This is right. So Dipen is to the immediate left of Ashwini. So Dipen will be here. So cancel this and this. Sachin will be here. Okay. Next. Rishi is not exactly opposite to Dipen. To opposite to Dipen is this position. So Rishi will not come over here. Rishi will be here. And who is remaining? Rupesh is remaining. So Rupesh comes over here. So this is our seating arrangement. Let's go on to the questions based on this. Again, my rough seating arrangement in a very nice diagram. Okay. So let's start. Who are neighbors of Dipen? This is Dipen. Who are neighbors of Dipen? Sachin and Ashwini. Okay. Who is sitting opposite to Dipen? Opposite to Dipen is Rupesh. Okay. Who is just right? He is just right to Ashwini. Just right to Ashwini means immediately to the right of Ashwini. That is Rishi. Okay. See how easily we got the answers. Question number 5. 6 friends A, B, C, D, E and F are sitting on a circular table facing outwards. E is between B and C. B and F are exactly opposite to each other. A is exactly to the right of B. Again, right over here, how many people are there? 6 people. Okay. What is the rough framework of seating? They are around a circular table. Okay. And they are facing outside. So outside, 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 outside and outside. Okay. Don't mind my drawing, it's very bad, but still this is outside. All 6 are facing outside. What have they given? E is between B and C. Now over here we do not know where is B, where is C, where is E. So let it be like that. Second line is B and F are exactly opposite to each other. Again over here B and F can be anywhere. So let us assume that B is over here and F is over here. Okay. B and F are opposite to each other. Correct. Now A is exactly to the right of B. B is facing outside. Okay. So what is the right of B now? This will be the right of B. Okay. And this will be its left. So right of B, what is immediately to the exactly to the right of B? A. Okay. Now move to the first sentence. E is between B and C. Now between B and C, E should be there. So if B is here, C is here, E should be over here. So C and E cannot be over here, but here it is possible. If B is here, C is here, E can be here because there is a vacant place. Correct. Now which one person is remaining? D is remaining. This is the seating arrangement. Let's move on to the questions. Again, a nice diagram of my seating arrangement to encourage us. Okay, let's move on to questions. Who is between D and B? D, B. A. Answer is A. Who are neighbors of A? A is over here. Neighbors are D and B. Who is exactly to the right of D? Now, this is D. D is facing outside. Right of D is this. Who is to the exactly right of D? F. F is the answer. See how easy it becomes to solve the questions. You get the answers to the questions in hardly 10 seconds. All these questions in hardly 10 seconds if you draw the diagram properly. Moving on to the next question. In a group discussion, A, B, C, D, E and F are sitting around a rectangular table. A is sitting on a side alone, B, C are sitting on the same side, F is facing A, D is the immediate left of F, C is facing D. Again, over here they have not mentioned whether the people are facing inwards, outwards. So, what to do? Let's see. First, count the people. How many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people are there. Draw the rough arrangement. Okay. This is the rectangle. Okay. This is the rectangular table. Now, what have they given? A is, then arrange the seats. Right. So, here what happens is that there are 4 sides. So, people can sit over here, here, or people can sit over here also. See, there is an alternate arrangement also. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this also. We will see which one to take. Okay. Now, what have they given is that first they have not mentioned whether the people are facing inside or outside. But since they are having group discussion, common sense or by default we have to take all are facing inside. Okay. Why? Because we cannot have group discussion facing outside. It would be a very comical thing. Okay. So everyone is facing inside, looking at each other and fighting in the group discussion. Now A is sitting on a side alone. That means on one side A is sitting. If we take this diagram, then A will come over here somewhere or over here. On this side, entire side only A will be there. And then only this and this remains. Okay. So what happens is that we are not using these 2 sides in this diagram. We are only using 2 sides. Correct. So what will happen? You will have to accommodate all the rest of the 5 people over here, and that would not satisfy the conditions. So don't take this scenario, take this simple scenario. They have given A sitting on a side alone. So A can be over here or A can be over here. We do not know. Let us see where we can put A. Second sentence, B and C are sitting on the same side. Again, we cannot deduce anything. F is facing A. Again, if A is over here, F will be here. And if A is over here, F will be here. We do not know where to place. Okay, let's move on to next sentence. D is to the immediate left of F. Okay, again we cannot place it. C is facing D. Now the problem arises that we are not able to fix any one point. Just like circle, start at any point. Okay, assume that A is over here. So F will come over here, right? Because we know F is facing A. What is the first sentence? A is sitting on a side alone. That gets satisfied. Second, B and C are sitting on same side. Again, we do not know. Move to next. F is facing A. Next, D is the immediate left of F. Immediate left of F is this, because F is facing inside. So this will be left, this will be right. This is left. Immediate left of F is D. C is facing D. C comes over here. We know B and C are on the same side. So B and C comes over here. What remains is E. This is our sitting arrangement. Let's see the questions. They are over here. Who is to the immediate right of A? A is facing inside, right? Over here towards east. So immediate right of A is this. This is the right and this is the left. Answer is E. Answer is E. Who is between B and F? This is B. This is F. Who is between C? Answer is C. See how easy it was. Moving to the next question. Question number 7. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R and S are sitting around a square table such that 4 of them sit at 4 corners of the square facing center, and 4 sit in middle of each of the 4 sides facing outside. 2 females sit in the middle of the sides and 2 at the corners. Now here they have given there are how many people? There are 8 people. Out of that, 2 females sit in middle of the sides and 2 at corners. That means there are 4 females for sure. There may be 5 females, 6 females, or all 8 might be females, but 4 females are there for sure. Also, what is the seating arrangement? The seating arrangement is of a square. In that, how is it? 4 corners, people are sitting facing inside. Okay, so this is inside facing, and in the middle of the sides they are facing outside, right? They are facing outside. Now let us see whether we can pinpoint any of the things or any of the positions. First, L sits second to the left of R. We cannot point anything. R sits in middle of one of the sides. So R is not at the corner. R can be here, R can be here, R can be here, R can be over here. But still we have not fixed. N sits fourth to the right of his wife and his wife is not an immediate neighbor of L or R, not useful. M sits third to right of her husband. M does not sit at any of the corners. Again, M can be here, M can be here, M can be here, M can be here, but not sure. Okay. Only O sits between M and S. Again, we do not know. S is husband of L and P is a male. Now, we are not able to pinpoint anything. So what to do? Just like in circular arrangement, start at some place. Okay. It's much better to start at known factors. We know where the position of R is, and based on position of R, we can get the position of L. Correct. So let us assume that R is over here. Okay. R is over here. So here it is not R. Okay. We cancel it out. R is over here. What have they given? L sits second to the left of R. R is facing outside, left is this side. So second to the left, first, second. L comes over here. Okay. L is over here. Now we do not know any gender or anything related to R and L. Let's move on. N sits fourth to the right of his wife, and his wife is not an immediate neighbor of L and R. So N's wife, okay, N's wife is not an immediate neighbor of L and R. Immediate neighbor of R is this and this, of L is this and this. So N's wife can be here, here or here. Let us assume that N's wife is here. So where should be N? N should be fourth to the right of his wife. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because why this is, no, okay, this is the left side because wife is facing downwards towards south. So right will be over here. Please be careful. I made a mistake over here and counted this way. This is left because wife is facing downwards, right? So right of N's wife, fourth right of N's wife. So it would be 1, 2, 3 and 4. But already R is sitting over here, so N cannot take the place now. So N's wife cannot be over here. Let us assume N's wife is over here. So what we will get? N's wife is facing inside, right hand side is this. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So N can come over here. But let us be sure, okay? Let us assume that N's wife is over here because this place is still remaining of checking, okay? So N's wife is over here. Let us assume N's wife is facing outside. What is the right hand side? This is the right hand side, okay? So fourth position from right, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Already L is sitting over here. So N's wife cannot be here. So this is the position for N's wife. Since N's wife, it is wife, she is female. Wife, so N will be male, okay? Now we got one female at the corner, right? What is this sentence gets satisfied? Next sentence. M sits third to right of her husband. M does not sit at any corners. Only O sits between M and S. Let's take these two sentences and see what we get. M does not sit at any corners. That we already know. M can either be here or here. Okay. Now let us see this sentence. Okay. This sentence gets satisfied. Now M sits third to the right of her husband. How many vacant places are there? This, 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 this and this. Okay. What does it mean? M sits third to the right of her husband. That means that M's husband, okay, M sits, say this is her husband facing this way. Third to the right of husband, 1, 2 and third position is M. That means that, and M is also facing this way. That means that the husband is in which direction? In the left hand direction. Do not use this logic over there. The only reason I told you over here is that sometimes people think this way and get the wrong answer. Why should we not use the logic over here? Because it might happen that husband is facing this way and M is facing this way. So this is right of husband and this is right of M. Okay. So let us see how to trace. Let us assume that M's husband is over here. Okay. M's husband is over here. What is third right of M's husband? M's husband is this side facing inside. So right is over here. Third right is 1, 2 and 3. L is sitting over here. So M's husband cannot be here. Okay. Now what is this? Let M's husband be over here. Okay. M's husband. Right side is this. What is third right? 1, 2 and 3. But M does not sit at any corner. So not possible. Again, M's husband cannot be over here because this position is for N's wife. Let M's husband be over here. What is the right hand side for this? It is this. Okay. Here we'll have M's husband. Okay. M's husband over here. Right hand side is this. 1, 2 and 3. N is sitting over here. So M's husband cannot be here. So what is the position remaining? This. M's husband. Okay, M's husband. We do not know who is M's husband. Let us write just M's husband. Okay, right hand side is this 1, 2 and 3. So M will be here. Okay, this is M. M is female. M's husband is male. Okay, next, this is done, this is done. Only O sits between M and S. Here is M. Okay, O sits between M and S. O sits between M and S. That means O is next to M. So if O is over here, S has to be over here, but that is not possible. If O is over here, S can be here. So write O over here and S over here. We do not know the name of N's wife. We just know this position is for N's wife. So only we did not write M's husband over here. Okay. O can be N's wife. O can be female. So M, only O lies between M and S. Okay, S comes over here. So let us, what do we have now? We have M, O, S, L, N and R. So we have female over here. Okay, we have a male over here. We have a male over here. Only a female can come over here. What have they given? P is a, last is S is husband of L. So S will be a male. Okay, I'll write again over here. Male. S will be a male, right? So over here L will be female. Okay, so we have two females. S is a male, so R will be also male because two females sit at the center. Okay, now what have they given? P is a male. Now R can be male or female, we are not sure, but what we will see is that R, there is a chance that, more chance that R is a female. There might be pairs, 4 pairs, but let us write male or female. We are not sure. Okay. Now there can be 5 females and 3 males. So let us write male, female for R. Now only two positions are remaining. This for female, this for male. They have given P is a male, so P will come over here. So P is nothing but M's husband. Okay. And female, which one is remaining? Q. So Q is female. Now I know this diagram is very dirty. This is going to happen in exam also. This is going to get dirty. So let us write a very rough diagram. Okay, over here. Here it is R. Here it is Q. Here we have M. Here we have O. Here we have S. Here we have P. Here we have L. And here we have N. Based on this diagram, let us solve the questions. Again, a very nice diagram of our rough drawing. Okay. So which of the following is true with respect to given seating arrangement? Find the true sentence. No two males are immediate neighbors of each other. What is this? Male? No, we do not know this. Male, neighbors, wrong sentence. R and S face each other in the seating arrangement. R, S. Now over here directly you might mark that this is the correct sentence, but it is not. Why? R is facing this way, S is facing this way. They are sitting opposite to each other, but they are not facing each other. They are facing opposite to each other. Okay, away from each other. So wrong sentence. L sits in center of one of the sides of square table. Yes, this is correct. Fourth, Q is a male and sits diagonally opposite to P. Q is a female, so wrong sentence. Answer is this. Moving to next sub questions based on this diagram. Who is M's husband? M's husband is P. Okay. How many people sit between M and N when counted in anti-clockwise direction from M? M is over here. Anti-clockwise is like this. 1, 2, N. Okay, till N only. So two people. Who is the wife of N? Wife of N is O. Okay. What is the position of P with respect to N? This is P. This is N. N facing inside. So this side is right. 1, 2. Second. Okay. Second position to the right of N. Second position to the right of N. Or you can write P. P is sitting to the right. Second position from N, right? So what is the position of P with respect to N? It is the second position to the right of N. Moving on. Question number 8. Read the following information. Pepper Potts, Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Thor, Loki and Black Widow are sitting in a circle. Welcome to the Marvel Universe. See, the superheroes have come to teach us seating arrangement. Okay. Next, Pepper, Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Loki and Black Widow are sitting at equal distances from each other. Iron Man is sitting 2 places right of Loki, who is sitting 1 place right of Hawkeye. Pepper forms an angle of 90 degrees from Thor and angle of 120 degrees from Hulk. Okay, now this is something different of angle. We have not seen it yet. Let's move to next sentence. Hulk is just opposite to Black Widow and sitting on the left of Thor. Now, okay, let's see how to approach these Avengers over here, right? Even they want a space at the table. Now, how are they sitting? All of them are sitting in a circle, right? How many people are there? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 people sitting in a circle, right? So we can directly draw 7 places over here, but let us see what have they given. They have given that these people are sitting at equal distances from each other. Which people? Pepper, Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Loki and Black Widow. That is just 6 people. One person is not included. So we have 7 people, but 6 of them are sitting at equal distances from each other. Now we have seen that equal distance means let us divide it into 6 parts. Okay, the circle. These are equidistant parts. This is equal to this is equal to this is equal to this. Okay, we have. Okay, now we still do not know where to place each person. Iron Man is sitting 2 places to the right. Okay, these are not helpful, but what we can do is we can start from the last sentence like we have learned earlier. Hulk is just opposite to Black Widow. Okay, so if we assume that Hulk is over here, okay, Hulk is over here, Black Widow will be over here. Okay, let us write BW. Okay, Black Widow is over here, Hulk is over here, opposite, and Hulk is sitting on the left of Thor. So Thor can be over here, but why Thor cannot be over here? Let's not write Thor over here. Why? Because what have they given? Pepper, Hulk, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Loki and Black Widow sit at equidistant places or equal distances. So these 6 places which we have marked, these are equal distance spaces and name of Thor was not included over there. Okay, so we cannot write Thor over here. So that means Thor to the left of Thor, Hulk is there. That is fine. But where to write Thor? It can come between Hulk and this place. Okay, but where? Let us see. Now what have they given? Pepper forms an angle of 90 degrees from Thor and angle of 120 degrees from Hulk. Now whenever we divide, a circle is how many degrees? 360 degrees. Okay, when we divide it into 6 parts, okay, this is the 6 parts, right? These are the 6 parts. When we divide it into 6 parts, each part becomes how many degrees? Divide by 6, 60 degrees. Simple. So this is 60, this is 60, this is 60, this is 60, this is 60 and this is also 60 degrees. Okay, star is 60 degrees. What have they given? Pepper forms an angle of 120 degrees from Hulk. This is 60 plus 60, 120. So Pepper can come over here, and this is 60, this is 60. So Pepper can come here also, right? Okay. Now they have given what is the second sentence over here. We have seen this equidistant. Okay, we have seen the first. Okay, what is here? Iron Man is sitting 2 places right of Loki, who is sitting 1 place right of Hawkeye. Okay, say if Loki is over here. Okay, if say Loki is over here, then 2 places from Loki is 1, 2, but Black Widow is sitting over here, so Loki cannot come over here, right? So again very confusing where to start and all that stuff. So again over here no issues. Just assume Pepper pots to at some place. Let us say I am assuming over here that Pepper is sitting over here. If we get a wrong diagram over here, getting something wrong, we'll simply switch the position of Pepper over here, right? So let us go with Pepper over here. Now Pepper is making 120 degree angle with Hulk. Okay, this is 120. Pepper makes 90 degree angle from Thor. Okay, now we know Thor has to come on this side because Thor is to the right of Hulk, because we have given that Hulk sits, where is it? Last sentence, Hulk sits at the left of Thor. So Thor has to come here somewhere. Let us find angle of 90 degree from Pepper on this side. This is 60. Okay, this is 60 plus 30 degrees. So here it would be 30 degrees. Okay, this is 30 degrees. So Thor will come over here. This is Thor, 90 degrees from Pepper, and to the left of Thor is Hulk. So both the conditions get satisfied. So sentence number 5 is satisfied, sentence number 4 is satisfied. Now let us find out how to position these people. Iron Man is sitting 2 places right of Loki. Okay, say this position is empty, this is empty, and this is empty. Okay, we have this extra guest over here in between. Thor has come in between. Okay, so say if Loki is over here. Okay, Loki is over here. Right of Loki is 1 and 2. So Black Widow is sitting. So Iron Man cannot come over here. Loki cannot be over here. Say Loki is over here. 2 position towards the right. This and this. Okay, Hulk is sitting. So Loki cannot be over here. Loki is over here. 2 positions to the right of Loki is 1 and 2. Iron Man is over here. Who remains? Hawkeye. Okay, Hawkeye remains. Hawkeye comes over here. Now over here you must have observed that every time we have taken everyone facing inside, and we have taken right as this, left as this. Okay, and for Black Widow it would be right would be this and this. Why did we take everyone facing inside? Because by default, if nothing is given, everyone faces inside. You cannot have discussion going on with facing the other way. Okay, so everyone facing inside. This is the seating arrangement. Let's see the sums for it. Again, the Avengers wanted a nice diagram, so we gave them a very artistic diagram. Okay, very neat and clean. Now, who is the only person sitting on the immediate left of Black Widow? Everyone is facing inside. Left for Black Widow would be this. Answer is Pepper Potts. Which of the following statements is not correct? Loki is on the right of Hulk. Hulk facing inside. Right is this side, but Loki is on the left. This is not correct. Hawkeye is sitting next to Iron Man. Hawkeye, Iron Man, not correct. Thor is sitting adjacent to Loki. Loki, Thor, not adjacent. Answer is fourth. All of the above. Okay, read all the options carefully. Next, the angle between Thor and Hulk in the anti-clockwise direction is, this is Thor, this is Hulk, this is clockwise, anti-clockwise is this. Okay, so angle is 30 plus 60 is 90 plus 60 is 150 plus 60 is 210, 270 and 330. Answer is 330 degrees. There is another way to calculate the angle. Clockwise, the angle between Thor and Hulk is 30 degrees. Total angle is 360 degrees. We want the opposite, anti-clockwise. So 360 minus 30 is 330 degrees. Moving to next questions related to this seating arrangement. Where is Hawkeye sitting with respect to Black Widow? Okay, Black Widow is over here. She is facing inside. This is the right of Black Widow. This is the left of Black Widow. So to the right of Black Widow. What is this? To immediate right. Okay, this is correct option. Let us see other options also. To immediate left. No, left is not there. So this is wrong. Exactly opposite. No, none of these. No, immediate right is the answer. Thor is sitting between which pair? Here it is Thor, Iron Man and Hulk. Thor is sitting between Iron Man and Hulk. Okay, see how easy it gets with the diagram. Moving to the next question. Question number 9. Read the following. 6 people, Nitro, Nemesis, Nick Fury, Viper, Kronos and Hulk are attending a hexagonal table conference. Again we have the superheroes. Okay, all the sides of a hexagonal table so formed are of same length. Nitro is not adjacent to Nemesis or Nick Fury. Viper is not adjacent to Nick Fury or Kronos. Nemesis and Nick Fury are adjacent. Hulk is in middle of Viper and Nick Fury. Now over here what do we know? How many people are there? 6 people. How is the table? Hexagonal. Okay, this is an hexagonal conference. Okay, hexagonal. So this is an hexagon. Okay, 6 sides. All of them are of the same length, right? Now what have they given? Nitro is, now based on these sentences we are not able to pinpoint where each one is sitting. So what to do? Very easy. Start anywhere. From where to start? Nitro is not adjacent to Nemesis or Nick Fury. We cannot write anything related to it. Viper not adjacent to Nick Fury, Kronos. Again, Nemesis and Nick Fury are adjacent. So let us start over here. This is Nemesis, okay, and this is Nick Fury, okay, Avengers, okay. So Nemesis and Nick Fury is over here adjacent. Hulk is in middle of Viper and Nick Fury. Now here we have Nick Fury, correct? So Hulk has to be in between Viper and Nick Fury. Viper, Hulk, Nick Fury, okay. So Hulk is next to Nick Fury. Here already one position next to Nick Fury is taken. So Hulk will come over here. Viper will come over here. Hulk between Viper and Nick Fury. Okay, so this is done. Nitro is not adjacent to Nemesis or Nick Fury. Nitro will not come over here. Nitro will be here. Which one is remaining? Kronos is remaining. Write it. Okay, we got the position. Now we started arbitrarily from this corner. Okay, this and this corner. You can start anywhere. There are many possible combinations for this, but the sequence will always remain like this. Okay, so now let's move on to the questions. See, again over here, just like I told you, there are many possible combinations. So I have shown two combinations over here. Okay, not me, but our team has shown two very nicely drawn combinations over here, right? So this is the combination which we saw. This is also possible, but whichever combination you take, you will always get the same answer. Okay, so let us go with this. Okay, and you can check the answer with this also. Who is placed exactly opposite to Kronos? Hulk. Very easy. Kronos, Hulk. Here also Kronos, Hulk. If one neighbor of Nitro is Viper, who is the other one? Nitro. One neighbor is Viper, other is Kronos. Nitro. One neighbor Viper, Kronos. So we have Kronos. Next question, which of the following are in the right sequence? Nitro, Hulk, Nemesis. Nitro, Hulk, Nemesis. Okay, this is not a sequence as such, but let's see. Hulk, Nitro, Kronos. Hulk, Nitro, Kronos. Okay, not a sequence. Nemesis, Nick Fury, Hulk. Nemesis, Nick Fury, Hulk. Okay, this is a sequence, but let's check out last option also. Viper, Nitro, Nemesis. Viper, Nitro, Nemesis. Again, not a sequence, so this is the answer. Check over here also. Nemesis, Nick Fury, Hulk. Okay, and rest are not in sequence. Moving to other questions related to this seating arrangement. Who is at the same distance from Viper as Kronos is from Viper? This is Viper, this is Kronos. Kronos is how much distance? 1, 2 from Viper. Again, same distance from Viper, 1, 2. So we cannot go this side, we have to go this side. Okay, 1 and 2. Answer is Nick Fury. Now next, which of the following pair is neighbor pair of Hulk? Where is Hulk? Hulk is over here. Who are neighbors of Hulk? Nick Fury, Viper. Nitro, Viper, no. Viper, Nemesis, no. Nemesis, Kronos, no. Nick Fury, Viper. See how easy it was? Just draw the diagrams. Remember what is clockwise, anti-clockwise. Just remember what do we mean by turning left, turning right, second from right, third from right. Who is facing inwards, who is facing outwards. Okay, so please pay attention to this very carefully. Draw the diagram and you can score very heavily. Okay, so these are easy pickings and